Hey Gemini, let me make sure this, okay, it is on. How are you? So yes, I've been gone, but I'm back. Happy birthday. Yes, I was going to do Leo's reading, and I think Cancer. Someone else was asking for a reading. There's a lot of readings that need to be done, but here we are, Gemini. It's your season. We're going to hop into it and see what's happening with you and the person on your mind, your love interest. But before we do, Gems, I just want to ground our energy really quick, and you can follow along just for a very quick meditation, or you can fast forward and hop right into the reading, okay? So I switched up the affirmations a little bit, so here we go. So you're going to breathe in through the nose, exhale through the mouth, all right? And all right, so here we go. Breathe in through the nose. And you can repeat, I trust myself and my own intuition. I am entitled to receive love naturally and easily. Abundance flows to me effortlessly. And whatever is meant for me will never pass me by. All right. Here we go. Gemini. Let's see how your person's coming through. All right. Here we go, Gemini. Oh, whoa, whoa. These cards are flying out. A lot of you, it's an earth sign. Okay, we've got the buffalo, the rabbit, and we have the golden egg. Okay, so this could be a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Gemini, you're showing up like the otter and the frog, lots of water. Okay, so a lot of you may have, dominant water placement, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. So whoever this is, the way they're showing up for me, the way you all are showing up for each other is partnership. Okay. Yeah, definitely. You could be married to this person, engaged, committed. Both of you show up very committed to this connection. Okay. Your person, Gemini, you may say that this is like your ideal partner. Okay. You could fantasize about, the life that you dream of with who this is. Okay. Your person with the buffalo spirit, you two have, I feel, gone through something recently. Okay. And I don't know if it's with each other. I mean, it could be, you and this person have gone through something with each other, or even outside of the connection. I'm just getting like trials and tribulations. Okay. But you all are like coming out of it, Gemini, like recognizing like seeing each other maybe in a new way, a different way. It's like you're both looking at each other like this is it. Okay. So, excuse me, Gemini, I'm stammering a little bit because I'm getting my bearings. Okay. So like when I come back and sit down for a YouTube reading after a little bit, it's like I have to get myself together. So I apologize. Okay. I got to get into a flow state. But your person, see, they're having, whenever I see the buffalo and you see like that lightning, it's like your person's having this sort of moment where they're realizing, I'm in it for the long run with Gemini. Okay. And maybe they've expressed this to you. You know, maybe they've expressed or they've told you, Gemini, like, hey, I'm not going anywhere. Because you're feeling the vibe that I get from you is like you're really happy, you know, with the otter energy. And you're in this very like childlike state. Okay, that's the otter, very playful, very present. You know, I do see you both. Again, I don't know exactly what each of your situations is. Okay, so like apply it how it can apply, but both of you are like very. There's something else, but I get present. Okay, like you're in the moment, and I love the compatibility too, because even though, you know, you're an air sign, you're showing up very, very watery, very much in love, you know. That's the only way that I can describe it. It's almost like you're in love, and your person, I get this sense of like they want to take care of you. That's the buffalo. They're like, it's a very supportive energy. So water and earth, very supportive, very compatible. I get a lot of compatibility with you too. So right away, these are everything, or these are the messages that are coming through about you two. You're definitely healing, you know, with the frog spirit. This is like, you know, my kind of like my Four of Swords card. So you're in the process of just, there's a lot of lightening up. You know, you feel very light, okay? And it could be because you get this sense of, with your person, you know, Buffalo is very heavy, like you feel supported, and that could feel for you, Gemini, that could be why you feel this sort of lightening up, lightning, you see? Maybe almost getting to like this person, almost like you're giving them a reason. I feel for some of you like they want to take care of you, they want to support you. And I'm not just talking about financially, I'm talking about emotionally, okay? So the rabbit and the golden egg, I feel like there's something that they want to tell you. They want to present you with something, you know, with the golden egg. This is the unstruck sound, but there's fear behind that. There's fear about them, you know, expressing their kind of like sitting with this message. It's funny, like even though, you know, like the rabbit, you know, I'm getting like the Easter rabbit or the Easter bunny, okay, with the egg, right? So it's like your person they're sitting with this message, even a gift maybe. You know, it is your season. It is your birthday season. Maybe they want to surprise you with something here, Gemini, okay? But they're a little nervous. All right, they're a little nervous about giving this to you. All right, so hold on. Let's look at the situation more and what you want, okay? What's stopping you from getting what you want here, and what outcome you two are aligning with, Gemini, okay? So let's see. What's the situation with Gemini and their person? Can we get more clarity on that? Can we get more clarity on the situation with Gemini? Okay, wow, here we go. Ooh. What? Wedding rings. Hello. So that's what I was kind of getting like with the golden egg. Like it's almost like this person, you know, for some of you, they want to propose to you. You know what I mean? And even if it's not marriage, it's just like, you know, yeah, eternal love, everlasting promise, okay? Soul connection, union, wedding. And I said, I feel like this is like this could be your wife, this could be your husband, okay? Wow. Okay. I love it. You got twin flames at the top, okay? Complement each other Earth and water, like very complementary energy. And yeah, you even have acts, right? And it says on acts, it says stop the pattern. So it does feel like you and this person, they're ready to embark on a new journey with you. That's what it feels like, okay? Oh, Gemini. All right. Okay, well, these two cards just came out. Addiction and passion. Sorry, I got my nose itching. Addiction and passion just came out. But let's see. I want to. That may have been okay. I'm asking what you specifically want here in this connection. What does Gemini want in this connection with their person? Okay, the dragonfly. Be lighthearted. Okay, finding out, things coming to light, adapt, change, and heal. Definitely heavy on the healing. That's what I was getting with you. Okay. I'm getting this, sense with you and even with your person having this lightning moment. There's like a clearing out. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like you all have been through something like a storm. Okay. And it's like been chaotic. You may have even had like some big falling out with your person, or it's like you all have gone through something together. That's what I'm saying. And it's like you all have gone through something and you're like, wow, like we made it, So the connection may have been like tested, and like there's this clearing out, and almost like it's you two standing there looking at each other like, we're still here. We're still in this. We're still present. We're still present. Yeah. The gift, maybe I'm getting like, the energy of a gift. Okay, so let's see so you be lighthearted, finding out, I get this vibe with you, Gemini, like, you are a mutable sign, and it's like I'm asking, if I was to be like, if I was in front of you doing a reading for you and I said, okay, what do you want from this, Gemini? And you would almost say, like, and that could be why you're coming up very watery, like, I'm just going with the flow, right? Like, right now, I want, maybe for example, you would say, I want what's best for everyone. And there's a sense of emotion that I get when I just said that. It felt a little emotional when I said that. Yeah, like you're like, I'm keeping my heart light. Yes, that's why you have the frog. That's why you have the frog. I'm just keeping my heart very light, and yeah, I'm not gonna, have this, because it can feel very heavy when we want something, right? Like we want something, we desire something. That's that Scorpio energy, and I think something I'm hearing is like, I can identify with this. I feel it. Like, I've felt the heaviness of really wanting something before. And it almost took me out of it took me out of the present moment, right? Because when you really want something, you're so focused on it that you're not present. You're not in the otter energy. The otter spirit is very present, okay? Very living in the moment. And, the otter spirit is that energy. This is how you're showing up, Gemini. And that's with the dragonfly, is the energy of when you're sitting down watching your children play, or watching your child like discover something new. Like, you're just sitting there watching them, and that's the otter energy. Like, nothing else exists. You're sitting there and you're really like living in the moment, And so, yeah, you're like, your heart is so light. I just feel this energy too with you, Gemini. Like the Geminis that I'm really connecting with are really in this like attitude of gratitude. And it's like, no matter what happens, I'm going to take things moment by moment. I'm getting a major awakening energy, like waking up. Okay. And I feel like, like your person, like they see you and they're like, it's inspiring almost. You know, this person's like looking at you, Gemini, and they're like, wow. You know, it's like they're looking at you like that's the type of person that I want to be with. I want to be around this individual. You know, that I love that energy. I get that. Like they just, yeah. So, okay. Ooh, mask. That's as I'm staring at your person, the rabbit. Okay. Not showing true feelings, hide, personify, pretend, delude, gaslighting. I don't get any of the pretend or anything. I think that they're not showing you. Your person is the only thing that holds them back is fear. And it's like a question. It's like they want to, like for some of you, they want to pop the question, right? But they could be afraid maybe that you'll say no, right? Okay, they're afraid like you'll say no. There's fear. They're masking fear, okay? I do get the sense that there's also some sort of opportunity. This is just like an added message that I'm getting that I'm just sharing if you all know about it, okay? But like your person, there could be some sort of offer that they're receiving, or there's a new opportunity. But they're not sure about it, okay? So for some, that also applies. They're not sure about this new opportunity, but they're very sure about you. That's what I'm getting, Gemini. They're very confident. They're very sure about you, okay? Okay, let's clarify a little bit. This person. Oh my, look what wants to come out. The Ace of Pentacles. That's my golden egg. Look at the offer. Look how they're holding in the earth. Okay. Wow. Okay. So Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. I just feel like they're sitting with an offer. Okay. That's the only way that I can read this. It's like, you know, ready to have a new start, a new beginning with you. They're ready. Like whoever this is, they are ready. Okay. I get that very strongly. You even have judgment. Okay. Which can be an awakening, waking up, right? Answering the call. And also it is like a reveal. All right. They're sitting here like having this sort of like revelation. Yeah, no, Gemini, I get this vibe with them where they're like, this is it. This is the new beginning that I want. I want to have this new experience with Gemini. Wow. Okay. I'm seeing strength. So we have Capricorn, lots of Capricorn energy here. This person could have Capricorn. Taurus. Okay. And Virgo, but I'm getting strong like Capricorn. Shut the fucking front door. What's happening? What is happening? As I said, and Virgo, you know, like that's Virgo. Wedding. This is literally a marriage card. Like this is it. Like this is if y'all are, you could be watching for your, you know, your partner, your husband, wife, okay? Or the situation is that, you know, this person and more than likely you, Gemini, like you too, if you feel like you're watching this reading, like you're like, I clicked this reading because I do feel like I'm connecting with the one. I do feel like this is my life partner. Okay. Or, you know, I feel like we are entering like a new chapter. Like if this, is clicking with you, then you both feel the same way. You both feel committed to this, you know. And when I say that, I'm not telling you how you feel. I'm telling you what I'm energetically feeling and what's coming out, right? Like wedding rings. I'm trying to make sure it doesn't have a glare. Okay, stop playing. Okay. So, wow, eternal promise. Okay, so yeah, marriage, commitment. Like there's no other way for me to read this. That's the situation with you two. Wow. Okay, the dragonfly. So this is what I just think you're over here without expectation right now, Gemini. I think you've done a lot of healing. Okay, let's see, dragonfly. Clarify what Gemini wants, okay? I'm seeing the Three of Pentacles with the Three of Swords. Mend, okay? I'm getting like a mending. You see how the heart is torn apart? But look at this. This is like fixing, mending, okay? And if you look, some of you may have children with this person. Look at the little girl, right? Like bringing mom and dad together, right? Three. It's almost, like, look at the storm, right? And I said, I feel like you all, like there's been some sort of storm. There's a lot of pain here experienced. However, when I'm saying 3-3, I'm thinking of 3-3 magic, right? The magician, that's your card in the tarot deck, okay? So what is magic? It's taking, it's alchemy. So taking negative energy and transmuting it into something that we can work with, that we can use. We can use what has negatively happened. We can look at that and we can somehow use it to build maybe a stronger foundation. Okay? And look at dragonfly again. Adapt, change. I'm hearing like almost like change the story, But, oh, this is beautiful though. It's like, it's integration. So it's like not avoiding, the pain, but it's acknowledging the pain. It's like that was a part of our story, but but that's still like, it's still a part of our story, right? We take what we have here and we add it to the tapestry, but we use it because it's something, it didn't end us. Or maybe Gemini, you're saying like, it didn't end me, Yeah, it didn't end me. It didn't end us. It's a part of our story. So like not ignoring the pain, but working with it, working through it. Okay? Like I'm getting temperance. That's what I mean by integration. The integration of the dark. And it's funny too, we have all this Capricorn. Even this is Saturn in Libra. So taking the lesson and applying it. Let's see. I don't know, Gems. I'm just getting like you and this person, have had like maybe, dark times. but you all are coming out of it, either separately or together. Let's see. What's this now? Mask is showing up in terms of like preventing you from getting what you want. But again, I don't feel like you want anything specific. I think you're just like, I just want to move forward. Two of Swords is coming out. There's no pressure. That's what I'm getting with you. You're like, there's no pressure. You're open to understanding. You're open to hearing things out. Yeah, this is Moon in Libra here. I'm getting that with you. Hold on. Clarify. What's stopping Gemini from getting... Okay, the Five of Wands, more Saturn energy. I feel like because of the past, this person, whether it's a past with you, Gems, or it's a past with someone else, this person is having a difficult time presenting. You know, they may even feel conflicted. There could be, you know, outside of like, I feel like you're good. I've already, I'll say it one more time. I think with you, you're just like, you're over here like, let's just take things day by day. I'm open to, you know, living in the moment and being happy. And I think you're in a really good place right now, Gemini. For the Geminis that I'm really connecting with, I think you're in a really good place. And so let's say you are like right now with the dragonfly, right? You're open to change. You're open to healing things. The only reason, or you're, you know, open to finding out how this person, you know, is feeling. With the Two of Swords and the Five of Wands, and then you have Mask. So Five of Wands is conflict. Okay, is Saturn. So conflict about what? You know, the past. And there's a bit of like this sort of ego battle. There's also like, I'm getting, you know, it could be, right? Because I said your person is looking at possibly even some sort of new opportunity. And, you know, maybe they're having to like make a choice, make a decision, right? And so you're like, you're over here like, I'm just, you know, whatever you want to do, I'm here. Like, whatever's going on, you'll let me know, right? So they could be struggling also. Maybe that's what they're not showing you. Like they're struggling with some sort of opportunity here too, that they're being presented with, okay, that they're sitting with. And again, they're also struggling with how to share that with you, how to like, you know, deliver this information to you, okay? I feel like either way, it's because like this person, they're very sure about you. They're very, you know, they're sure that they want you in their life. Like, this is it. Okay. All right. So let's look at the outcome that you two are aligning with right now. Okay. Cassette. All right. Outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. All right. So this is what I'm going to get into over on your extended reading. Okay. So this is what I see happening right now with you two. Over on part 2, we're going to get into this. We're going to continue here, and I'm going to talk about what this, you know, what you and this person look like, okay, with this being the outcome. What does the connection look like? Okay. We're going to dive deeper into more specifics about this person's feelings, about you, about the connection with you, Gemini. Okay. What do they, you know, what do they really want overall? And I'm also going to get their take on you, their view on you, what they think you want, how they think you feel. Okay. We're going to pull, the best potential outcome that I get for you two in this lifetime, and timeline of forward movement for you two. And then we're going to pull the call to action for each of you at this point. Okay. And, yeah, I want to pull some more cards too on the golden egg, what that's about. Okay, so I'm going to ask questions about that. Yeah, and we're just going to dive deeper. Okay, so if you feel like this message made sense and you can benefit from watching the next part of the reading, then Gemini, I'll see you over on the other side. If this is where we part ways, love you all. Loved your reading. Congratulations to any of you where you're like, this totally makes sense. And happy birthday, Gems. And yeah, I will see you next time. All right, peace.